Hello everyone, BSGT2 TrekFan88 here for a live recording of my review of my quarter-scale endoskeleton, as you're seeing now, and soon to be coming up, my battle-damaged Uncle Bob. So, a couple things about this. This is the Sideshow Collectibles T800. Technically it's not a Model 101 because it doesn't have the Arnold skin on it. And all I can say about it is that the camera doesn't do it justice, which is why I put pictures ahead of this. The chrome finish, all the joints, literally this thing looks as good as it could possibly look in a quarter scale. The chrome finish, how it's kind of weathered, granted that could be a little bit because it's been on display for 2 years now. The base that it sits on, as you're about to see, I mean, everything about this figure, I wouldn't expect any less from Sideshow Collectibles. And being the Terminator from the first film, it does come with a pulse rifle. Sorry, another Aliens reference. You know, the rifle that they use, it's just the way it attaches to the arm. It's a little finicky. But anyway, the eyes light up, as you can see here, which is pretty cool. I do love the fact that it's a push button. So once you push the button, they continuously stay on, which is great if you're having a party or you're showing this thing off. I used to do scale models, and if I still did them, I would probably just take this to show off to the public, just to say, hey, this thing exists. The jaw does move up and down, but I choose to keep it shut like I should, because, well, you never see one with the jaw open, except for Terminator 3. They open it up a little bit when it looks to the camera. But as you're about to see here, the button for the eyes is rather conveniently placed behind the skull. Again, as you see here, all the joints, the skulls, even the whole device could stand on its own. It's just you don't want to risk it tipping over, which is why they put the little bracket there, which is kind of, you know, pressure loaded. All the joints move, everything moves, a little finicky here and there. And as you can see right there, in order to put the rifle on the arm, there's a little piece that sticks to the forearm, which is fine. It's for stability. I'm fine with that. You can barely notice it. In fact, if I didn't say anything, you wouldn't notice it. There's the button. You know, mine, I think the batteries are at half-life, but it's kind of finicky here where you'll push the button and it'll kind of flicker on and off, which is why I actually had to remind myself, like, where is the button? I keep pushing. What the hell's going on? But there you go. It'll flicker a little bit. So one of my little pet peeves is that right there, is that build quality could be a little bit. Okay, so Uncle Bob here, Terminator T800 Model 101 from Terminator 2. This is the post-gear fight in the steel mill. As you can see, he's had his head caved in a little bit from the steel beam. His skin is off, and right there, my biggest caveat with this is that the light stays on for about 15 seconds and then shuts off. The light does not stay on. There's a button on the back of his skull that's visible. But this is the T800 towards the end of the film. It's been beaten up. It's been battered. It's been through crashes. Numerous bullets have been fired at it. But much like the Sideshow Collectibles model, this is from Enterbay, and no expenses spared for a quarter scale figure. Even the zippers work. It's insane. Like the detail on this leather jacket, it's obviously not real leather, but it looks just like it. The belt buckles there, everything. Even the endoskeleton arm, which can come off, and you can replace it with a real arm, but then, you know, there's nothing covering it because the jacket's ripped right there. But yeah, everything about this, I'd have to give the verdict to Enterbay here. Now, granted, you're comparing the endoskeleton versus one that has skin on it, a Model 101, so you can't really give it a fair comparison, but... And I'm sorry, I wish my lighting was better here, but the detail that's on this figure, especially the head sculpt, when I cut back to it here, you know, so some angles look kind of weird because it is a head on a neck that's on a ball joint. I forget what it's really called. I'm not one of those dudes that reviews figures all the time, but from some angles, the head sculpt looks like it's a toy, but 90% of the time, you know, it's just... My God. And if you want to know more about how it's made and what it's made out of, go to the website. I'll put them in the link below in the YouTube video. But I just had to finally review these figures. I've had them now. They're the only pieces to my Terminator collection that I now have after what happened. I'm not going to be buying anything else. Maybe another figure. But even the pedestals, the stand. That's the minigun. That's the thing about this. If you look at the pictures, I didn't take a lot of it out of the box, but it comes with a minigun, which is not appropriate for the scene that it's set in, i.e. the end of the movie. It kind of should go towards the other Enterbay figure that you can buy. But still, the detail on the minigun is pretty awesome. It does come with a couple of individual rounds that you can spread about, which I have put away because I don't want my cat to eat them or chew them or ruin them. But there's that leather jacket again, the back of the stock with the 40mm grenade launcher. But, you know, I've actually compared this to stills in the film, and even the bullet holes match up to at this point in the film with regards to his head, the jacket, in front of him. Now, there's the button right there that you push, and you can see in the reflection of the poster the light did turn on. And right there, you see how his chin, you can tell it's a head propped up on a neck, but you know what, from the front, from the top, from the sides, that looks like Arnold. And as you saw in the pictures, the detail is simply fucking amazing. And if you're a Terminator fan at all, these are the two figures I would suggest you go out and grab, mainly because they're the most interesting. You can get an Arnold that's not battle damaged, but it doesn't really appeal to me compared to something like this where it's battle damaged and blood and ripped apart, and the detail is just simply amazing. Anyway, I figured you guys would like this. Have a good night. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. But in the detailed information below, I will put the link to where I bought them and the official website. Again, have a good night, guys. Thank you for watching.